Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star 2 episode number 122 based on novel. So let's start. After Luo Feng discovered that the most sinful person in the origin continent, the Iron Tiger Devil Lord, was behind Emperor Yuan, he immediately sent himself and another clone of Morosa to the second most sinful person, the Black Eagle Ancestor. This time, attacking Emperor Yuan will definitely make the emperors and monarchs of the origin continent wary and alert, and they won't give me a second chance. And to prevent this Black Eagle Ancestor from reincarnating, we must first destroy him. Luo Feng and Morosa's other clone crossed the long distance in a fort and arrived at the Black Eagle Palace. Inside the Black Eagle Palace, humph! Endless and thick black mist lingered in the depths of the palace. This was the body of the Black Eagle Ancestor. The four sinners in the origin continent, the Eating Fox God King and the Gui Ying God King, have disappeared. Are they dead or reincarnated? The thick black mist was still very leisurely. I am looking forward to the arrival of the mysterious strong man. I want to see what he can do to me. The Black Eagle Ancestor was very confident because he had 3 monarchs of the Thunder Ancient country standing behind him. Of course, the 3 monarchs were not here at the moment. Suddenly, the Black Eagle Ancestor saw a huge star rolling in. He looked at the scene in amazement. What a powerful mental will attack! In front of the rolling stars, his mental will could not resist and was crushed to pieces, turning the black mist into a corpse. At this moment, the clones of the Black Eagle Ancestor in many places in the origin continent became corpses. Luo Feng frowned slightly. He could feel that one of the clones of the Black Eagle Ancestor was in the distant Thunder Mountain. With the protection of Thunder Mountain, his mental will attack was also greatly weakened, and only the clone of the Black Eagle Ancestor was severely damaged. Thunder Mountain is worthy of being the most heavily defended place in the entire origin continent. My mental will attack has been weakened by 70% to 80%. Luo Feng was shocked. Every emperor of the Flame Wind Ancient Kingdom has a capital city. For example, the Eating Fox God King has an avatar hiding in the Emperor's Palace. The Emperor's Palace weakened Luo Feng's mental will by 20% to 30%, but Luo Feng still killed the Eating Fox God King. There is only one holy place in the entire Thunder Ancient country, which is Thunder Mountain. Many monarchs are here, and even the Thunder Ancestor is said to have a clone here. Luo Feng sighed. Whether it is a mental attack or a karma attack, it is still too difficult to hurt the strong in Thunder Mountain. In the Holy Land, Thunder Mountain. Boom! Living in a cave in the hinterland of Thunder Mountain, the Black Eagle Ancestor only felt that his mind and will were crushed and severely damaged in an instant. And all the clones and resurrection carriers outside Thunder Mountain had their wills annihilated, without a trace. I hid in Thunder Mountain, and my mind and will were severely damaged. The Black Eagle Ancestor was a little terrified at this moment. I have no power to resist in the outside world. 3 monarchs. The Black Eagle Ancestor immediately sent a message to contact the 3 monarchs who had a close relationship with him. He was really scared. With such a terrifying existence, he didn't dare to leave Thunder Mountain. Among the top 4 sinners on the continent, the Eating Fox God King is dead, and the Gui Ying God King should have taken the initiative to reincarnate. This Black Eagle Ancestor has a clone hiding in the Holy Land, Thunder Mountain, and the Iron Tiger Devil Lord is a special puppet being. Luo Feng felt that his plan was quite wise at this moment. His plan finally succeeded in catching the big fish Emperor Yuan. Under the operation of the supreme rule of the origin continent, the upper limit of power is determined. This is a good thing, which gives me the confidence to face the ancestors of the 2 countries and the ancestors of the East Pole domain. But on the other hand, this also limits the power of the Star Tower. Once the emperors and monarchs hide in their nests, it becomes difficult for me to threaten them. After taking action against Emperor Yuan this time, other emperors and monarchs may be more careful in the future. In fact, I have no ill will towards most emperors and monarchs. But they may not believe it. Luo Feng either admires or has a good impression of Master Emperor Chu, Emperor Ming, Emperor Fu, Emperor Xian, etc. There are very few people who really make Luo Feng hostile. This Emperor Yuan did not cultivate the chaotic origin bloodline. He only used some chaotic origin materials to cultivate into an ultimate life form. He is absolutely sober. But he cultivated an inheritance that can transform into an endless abyss, and he likes to eat countless lives. Luo Feng had heard of Emperor Yuan's notoriety. Emperor Yuan, transformed into an endless abyss, devoured billions of lives. Many of his big moves were known to the God Kings. Now it seems that Emperor Yuan's appetite is too big, and he secretly used the Iron Tiger Devil Lord to capture countless lives. The number of lives he actually devoured is simply unbelievable. Black Robe. Emperor Yuan's face was old, and his cloak fluttered. He looked at the endless bloody flow around him, but laughed. The light of his armor was dim, and the surroundings began to distort, and a vague dark abyss began to descend. At the same time, he stretched out his hands, and he was wearing gloves on both hands. A pair of huge hands appeared between heaven and earth, with countless secret patterns flowing in the palms. The two hands began to close, and the area where the two hands closed was crushing and annihilating everything, and also wanted to crush the bloody river. This Emperor Yuan, it is estimated that he has only mastered 2 or 3 ultimate moves. Luo Feng thought, but with the help of the secret treasure that exceeds the God King level, the power of each of his moves has increased greatly. I feel that it can be comparable to my 7-branch fusion moves. This is the advantage of the secret treasure, which greatly increases the mystery of the realm. With a few superpowerful secret treasures, the Emperor can be comparable to the heavenly wood world beast and the Lord of 10,000 realms. It is very difficult for the heavenly wood world beast and the Lord of 10,000 realms to obtain the secret treasure that exceeds the God King level. Occasionally getting one may not be suitable for them. Come here quickly and join hands with me to catch this Black Robe. Once he misses the chance and lets Black Robe slip away, he will definitely be very careful in the future. It will be difficult for him to have this chance again. While Emperor Yuan was activating many powerful secret treasures in his body, he was also summoning other emperors through voice transmission. Hurry, hurry, come quickly. Emperor Yuan urged anxiously. He was afraid that this big fish would slip away. Destroy. In the endless river of blood. Luo Feng watched Emperor Yuan's many tricks burst out, and with a thought, the star tower in his body was activated. Luo Feng did not plan to take Emperor Yuan into the star tower, because once he was taken in, he would be suppressed, imprisoned, and strangled. It is estimated that Emperor Yuan would not be able to withstand it for a moment. But as long as Emperor Yuan was reincarnated, it would be easy to expose a lot of information about the star tower. Without taking the enemy in, the star tower would only be activated to control the entire river of life. The power would soar to an incredible level. Huh? When Emperor Yuan was going all out and full of confidence, he suddenly realized that the endless blood river had changed. Each stream of water seemed to be a world, extremely heavy, and each stream of water wanted to suppress and imprison him. Moreover, this strange river actually passed through his armor and forcibly penetrated into his body, strangling him and crushing the most subtle components of his body. Inside his body, there was a black bead which naturally evolved into an abyss. This abyss also affected the whole body, helping Emperor Yuan to resist the erosion of the blood-colored river. However, the blood-colored river driven by the Star Tower is more powerful and overwhelming. How is it possible? Emperor Yuan was stunned. I have 5 super-powerful secret treasures on me, 3 of which have the ability to protect myself, and I am an ultimate life form. How is it possible? The might of the endless blood river has long reached the upper limit of the power of the origin continent. Driven by the secret pattern of the Star Tower, the realm is far beyond the 8-branch trick. The 3 secret treasures protecting Emperor Yuan are like a sieve, constantly penetrated. His ultimate life form is also constantly eroded and destroyed. 3 breaths of time, 3 breaths of time, I will die. Emperor Yuan instantly determined the erosion speed. Under the protection of the 3 secret treasures of protection, the protective cloak, armor, and the abyss pearl, the ultimate life form can only resist 3 breaths of time. This is something that Emperor Yuan could not have thought of in advance. But this is the fact. Come and save me, I can only hold on for 2 breaths. Emperor Yuan immediately sent a message to the other emperors. His thoughts were very fast, and he began to frantically asking for help from all the emperors including Emperor Qing. The matter between Emperor Yuan and Iron Tiger Devil Lord is a secret. Although some emperors guessed it, they did not tear off this fig leaf. At this moment, the emperors of the Flame Wind Ancient Kingdom each had their own things to do. The one who killed the great sinner is the Black Robe. I have found him. He dares to fight with me. Come quickly, catch him with me. When Emperor Yuan first started to transmit the message, the other emperors were a little surprised. After all, some of these emperors were in seclusion, some were responsible for guarding important places, and some were responsible for clan tasks. Suddenly receiving the message from Emperor Yuan, some emperors who were responsible were too lazy to pay attention. Go catch the Black Robe? Is the Black Robe so easy to catch? Emperor Jiufeng sneered. I'm too lazy to get involved. Emperor Chu was too lazy to care. A fool. Emperor Ming was too lazy to care. The relationship between the emperors was originally very bad. When Emperor Yuan called out, only a few were willing to help. The eating fox god king under my command died in the hands of the Black Robe. It is possible to join forces with Emperor Yuan once. Emperor Kong thought, but we can wait for a while, and wait for more emperors to take action, and the chance will be greater. Emperor Kong was ready to wait for 10 breaths. The battle became more intense, and more emperors participated. He would make a move again. What's going on? Did Emperor Yuan go to catch the Black Robe? Emperor Fu was shocked. With his ability, he naturally guessed the truth in an instant. This Emperor Yuan has been causing trouble. Emperor Fu was also very troubled. He couldn't deal with Emperor Yuan, so he could only suppress him as much as possible. In recent years, the Iron Tiger Devil Lord has been much more low-key. But the sins of the past have far-reaching consequences. Just when the emperors had their own thoughts. Come and save me, I can only hold on for 2 breaths. Emperor Yuan's urgent call for help shocked all the emperors of the Flame Wind Ancient Kingdom. Why did he ask for help? Even Emperor Jiufeng, Emperor Chu, Emperor Ming, and others were shocked. Everyone knows how powerful Emperor Yuan is with a set of super powerful secret treasures. Come quickly, I'm going to die. This Black Robe is too scary. If you don't come, I'm going to reincarnate. Emperor Yuan was extremely anxious. Once reincarnated, his set of super powerful secret treasures would be gone. He also did not have enough debt to cultivate a life form of the ultimate realm again. So Emperor Yuan was unwilling to reincarnate until the last moment. You can't go alone. Emperor Fu immediately sent a message at this moment, come to my place to gather immediately, I will cast the formation, and go to rescue Emperor Yuan together. Emperor Fu felt that if the emperor was allowed to go alone, he would probably die. Okay. I'm coming. At this critical moment, the emperors of the Flame Wind Ancient Kingdom knew that the situation was unprecedentedly serious. Even Emperor Ming and Emperor Chu went there without hesitation. Except for the emperors who were responsible for important tasks and could not split themselves, at this moment, a full 8 emperors gathered instantly. Under the leadership of the current emperor, Emperor Fu, they coordinated with the formation and crossed the distant land with a thought, heading for the vast battlefield covered by the endless Blood River. The emperors do have many contradictions, but at the critical moment, they are still united. Only by unity can the emperors of Flame Wind Ancient Kingdom have enough deterrence, suppress all idle practitioners, and occupy the best resources. This is also the order of the ancestor Flame Wind. The Chaotic Origin Space 8 Phases Formation. Emperor Fu used the secret treasure of the formation, and an ancient formation containing the breath of chaotic origin appeared. The formation is divided into 8 layers. Layered on top of each other, the core of the formation is Emperor Fu and Emperor Ming, and the other 6 emperors are auxiliary. Start the formation. The power of this ancient formation directly climbed to the upper limit of the power of the origin continent. With the cooperation of each other, the realm is even more mysterious. In terms of strength, Emperor Ming, with his super spiritual will, has excavated the chaotic origin bloodline to a very high level and then cooperated with the super secret treasure. Emperor Ming goes all out, and the power can reach the upper limit of the origin continent. With the cooperation of 8 people, the power is beyond doubt. Although Emperor Yuan has caused a lot of trouble, he cannot die at the hands of an idle practitioner. The emperors would not allow such a thing to happen. We must stop Luo He. The Emperor Fu did not want Luo Feng and the Flame-Wind Ancient Kingdom to become abusive. Killing an emperor would cause a big disaster. If the ancestor is angry, I am afraid I can't join forces with Luo He anymore. Huh? The chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation crossed a long distance in an instant and came to the area covered by the endless blood river. Boom tilde tilde tilde. As soon as this formation descended, it carried a terrifying power and was about to crush the blood river to save Emperor Yuan. Here it comes. Emperor Yuan, whose body was penetrated and destroyed by the endless blood river, looked up excitedly. At this moment, he relied on several super-powerful secret treasures to protect his body, but his body was still being destroyed and annihilated. On one side is the chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation. On the other side is the endless blood river that Luo Feng drove with the Star Tower. Both of them have reached the upper limit of the power of the origin continent. At this moment, the chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation came across the distant space and crushed it forcefully, trying to defeat the endless blood river. Bang! The faces of the 8 emperors, including Emperor Fu, Emperor Chu, Emperor Yang, Emperor Ming, and Emperor Kong, all changed. Because when they were controlling the formation and trying to crush it, they felt that the endless blood river had a monstrous power, and the power was perfect and integrated, just like a supergiant blood python rolling over, and the entire chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation was repelled. The 8 emperors joined forces. Emperor Fu and Emperor Ming both participated. In their opinion, a terrifying formation that could be said to be invincible actually fell behind in a head-on confrontation. Impossible. The chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation, its power has long reached the upper limit of the origin continent. And it is driven by the secret treasure of the formation, and the realm is extremely mysterious. Emperor Ming's spiritual will help to mobilize the power of the formation, and we can't win. Emperor Fu, Emperor Chu, Emperor Yang, and others couldn't believe it. Infiltration. Emperor Fu immediately changed the formation. The chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation seemed illusory in an instant. It was as if it was a part of the space, and it silently wrapped the endless and vast blood river. The endless blood river surged, and the power burst out slightly. The membrane wall of the source world appeared densely packed with small cracks, and the chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation also appeared many cracks in an instant. Quickly converge the formation. Emperor Ming urged anxiously. Contract. Emperor Fu no longer dared to try to wrap the entire endless blood river, and the formation was hidden in an instant to distance himself. We can't defeat them in a head-on confrontation. We can't defeat them in space penetration either. Emperor Fu sent a message to his 7 companions. What should we do? Our formation has long reached the upper limit of the power of the origin continent, but we lost in a head-on confrontation. Obviously, we are at least one level behind in terms of mystery, which is a qualitative difference. Emperor Yang sent a message anxiously. This black robe is probably above the God King. Could it be that the Lord of the 10,000 realms has broken through and reached above the God King? Did the ancestor of the East Pole domain take action? The 8 emperors were a little panicked. All 8 of them were at a disadvantage when they joined forces. They didn't think that the ultimate realm could achieve this. Above the God King publicly known on the origin continent are the ancestors of the 2 countries, the ancestor of the East Pole domain, and Emperor Qing. The Lord of the 10,000 realms, as someone who has realized the complete avenue himself, is also expected to take that step. Hurry up and save me, my body can't hold on. I'm going to die? Emperor Yuan sent a message anxiously and desperately. We can't save you. Emperor Fu sent a message, 8 of us can't defeat him even if we join forces. Emperor Yuan, reincarnate. Emperor Yang also sent a message, Don't use the resurrection carrier. The resurrection carrier is too weak and can't withstand the pursuit of the Black Robe. Emperor Yuan felt hopeful when he sensed the arrival of the chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation. But a breath of time passed. The Great Formation fought with the Endless Blood River several times, and each time it was at a disadvantage and completely suppressed. It's over. Emperor Yuan's heart was cold at this moment. The emperors were also sending messages to him at this moment. Emperor Qing, save me. Emperor Qing. Emperor Yuan called again and again. At this moment, he only wanted Emperor Qing to take action, but Emperor Qing didn't say a word to him from beginning to end. It's completely over. Emperor Yuan knew at this moment that he had no choice. If it was a fight between ordinary God Kings, even if their real bodies were destroyed, they could still practice with the help of the resurrection carrier. But the Black Robe, the mysterious power of the Endless Blood River, suppressed the chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation, and the realm was so high that it was unimaginable. Such beings must be good at causal and curse-like moves. The resurrection carrier is weaker than any other clone. It was the weakest when it was just resurrected. The Black Robe is also good at mental attacks. In the face of causal and curse-like attacks, in the face of the attack of the mind will, Emperor Yuan knew that his resurrection carrier would most likely die. Such a death is a complete death. It would be too late to even reincarnate. Emperor Qing, I'm going to die, and you don't even want to care about me. Emperor Yuan felt aggrieved at this moment. When his body was quickly infiltrated and destroyed, he had no time to think about it. At the last moment, he looked at the super-powerful secret treasures on his body with nostalgia. 5 super-powerful secret treasures, ultimate life forms, are all gone. When only 10% of Emperor Yuan's body was left, he cast the secret method of reincarnation in one thought. Luo Feng, who was driving the mighty and endless Blood River, found that Emperor Yuan's body was annihilated, leaving only artifacts. Reincarnated? Luo Feng was ready to cast the spell of killing with Morosa. Morosa was good at killing in the first level of the God King. Now as the ultimate realm, it is natural to be very confident in killing a resurrection carrier with a curse. Luo Feng's path of destruction has also reached the second level of the God King, and he has also comprehended many of the secret patterns of the path of destruction of the Star Tower, and can also drive the art of curse. The two of them joined forces to deal with a new resurrection carrier, and they have a great chance of success. This Emperor Yuan is straightforward. He did not choose to transfer his consciousness to the resurrection carrier. Instead, he reincarnated. Luo Feng thought, if he reveals his identity in the future, I will find a chance to kill him. The premise is that Emperor Yuan took the initiative to reveal his identity. Once reincarnated, Emperor Yuan just needs to be careful, and no one will know his reincarnation. Luo Feng's endless blood river swept, rolling up the secret treasures and other things left by Emperor Yuan. Black Robe. An angry shout came from a distance. The 8 emperors in the chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation all looked over. At this moment, it was Emperor Yang who was shouting. Emperor Yang said angrily, Black Robe, even if you are above the God King, if you kill the Emperor of my Flame-Wind Ancient Kingdom, my Flame-Wind Ancient Kingdom will not give up. Ha ha ha. Luo Feng laughed, I won't give up, what can you do? This Black Robe. He doesn't take us seriously. At all. The 8 emperors were furious, but they also knew that they had no way. Under the rules and restrictions of the origin continent, as long as you reach above the God King, even the ancestors of the 2 countries will find it difficult to do anything to each other. But in fact, the ancestors of the East Pole Domain and the Lord of the 10,000 Realms are relatively low-key, because they all know very well. The ancestors of the 2 countries have reached a very high realm long ago. If they leave the origin continent to venture out, they still can't afford to offend the ancestors of the 2 countries, and even need the ancestors of the 2 countries to take care of them. This is also the reason why the ancestors of the East Pole Domain gave in to the ancestors of the 2 countries. This above the God King is really unscrupulous, what can we do? These emperors were quite helpless. They looked at the black-robed golden-faced strong man and the old servant in the mighty Blood River. This master and servant obviously didn't care about offending the flame-wind ancient kingdom. The disguised appearance of Morosa at this moment is somewhat similar to the disguised puppet of the mountain guest. Let's go. Luo Feng smiled, took Morosa, swept away the endless blood river, and left. The emperors of the chaotic origin Space 8 phase formation looked at each other. What should we do? Emperor Yuan has reincarnated. With the amount of debt he owes to the tribe, even if he is reincarnated and the royal family recognizes his identity, he can no longer cultivate into an ultimate life form. If he can't become an ultimate life form, he will reveal his identity and seek death. These emperors understand this. It is difficult for an ordinary god king at the peak of the second level to survive when facing the pursuit of a black-robed strongman. So, after Emperor Yuan reincarnates, I guess he won't come to the royal family to recognize his identity. What a pity. 13 emperors have become 12 emperors. This is a big joke of our flame-wind ancient kingdom's royal family. They sighed. In the past, the flame-wind ancient kingdom was extremely powerful and suppressed all parties. Except for the Thunder Ancient Kingdom, other forces did not dare to confront them head-on, and they would bow their heads in front of them. But today, Emperor Yuan died. The death of the emperor had a huge impact on the origin continent. The strength of the black robe is not something we can deal with. Tell Emperor Qing about this. And, also report to the ancestor. Emperor Jiufeng shook his head and sighed. We have to tell the ancestor. Emperor Xian also said. Let's go. Emperor Fu immediately controlled the formation and led many emperors back together. Huyang City, on the pavilion of the city lord's mansion. Luo Feng and Morosa were drinking. Master is wise. Kill those big sinners one by one and lead out the real culprit behind them. Morosa said happily, ha ha ha. It's so satisfying to publicly kill an emperor of the flame-wind ancient kingdom. This Emperor Yuan deserves to die. It's a pity that I can't crack the reincarnation method, otherwise he will still be killed after reincarnation. Luo Feng has no mercy on scum like Emperor Yuan. Emperor Yuan devours living beings in units of kingdoms, which is many times more terrifying than Tian Kun. I wanted to compete with the master before, but now I know that I am far behind him. Morosa said with emotion. He had gained some experience this time. The Great Tao of Life and Death is a fusion Great Tao. The 7-branch fusion moves are comparable to the ultimate moves of the world beasts, and the 8-branch fusion moves have touched the threshold above the God King. With the help of the Star Tower, the realm is much higher, which naturally makes Morosa look up to him. Don't flatter me. Luo Feng smiled, this matter is not over yet. Not over yet? Morosa was puzzled. The Flame-Wind Ancient Kingdom still has Emperor Qing, and the unfathomable Flame-Wind Ancestor. Luo Feng said, let's see what they do next. This video will end here.